up, guys? Welcome to the show. I'm Josh Cribbs.
And I'm Maria Cribbs, and you are watching The Return with Josh and Maria Cribbs. We are out here today on a wet and gloomy, cloudy Cleveland day, right here on the beautiful shores of Lake Erie in Big Play Studios. But I will say this, Josh, it's not as cold as it's been the last few days.
It's not as cold. I'm not really worrying about that.
30 degrees feel warm.
It does because I took the trash out today.
Oh, well, surprise!
Don't stop.
Josh be missing the trash days. I'm like, you hear the guy? He outside now. He's one of those people that we hear him go to the street. We got to hurry up and run downstairs and go and put the trash across
on
the street,
opposite side of the street, to catch him when he coming down. There's nothing wrong with that.
All right.
If
you say so.
I feel a little better. We're joined by our producer, also Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
How do we feel about the Browns at this point? You know, it's been a week since they lost. The Texans are out of it now. And do we still feel a little, down, or are we doing better? I would say I'm doing better. How about you, Ryan?
I would say I feel a little bit better, all things considered. I think the Ravens, it's tough because the Ravens blew out the Texans, right? So then it makes you wonder, well, dang, we got blown out by the Texans. But Andrew Berry had his press conference already.
We also blew them out, though.
Very true. Very true, we did.
I guess it don't count in regular.
I feel okay. I think we got some time to breathe, kind of soak it all in. I feel good about who's heading the program still in Andrew Berry.
Right.
I felt better after watching his press conference. It made me relax a little bit, but it's still hard to not relish, or I should say,
to feel like we should still.
Yeah.
I still wanted to see us there.
I don't know what's going on today, but usually Ryan kind of just flows with his lyrical flow.
8 Mile style.
And I feel like he's really like, you know
my,
what? Now that I think
it,
yeah.
He didn't have his coffee.
Well, I already made my announcement. I let everybody know that I, Maria Cribbs, I'm no longer a Browns fan.
Until when, though? You got to let people know that. You can't just.
Well, Josh and I, he tried to talk me over the ledge, So I decided that I'll wait till week 8 of next season to see if I'll return. You gotta win me back. I'm too heartbroken.
Okay.
I say this every year, by the way.
Uh-huh. Some people agree with Maria that, you know what, we've been through a lot. I felt like, man, since the Browns came back, they only had 2 playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
However, those playoffs just happened, 2020 and 2023, this year. Like, it just happened.
But I know the team can do
already?
so much better. Like, I
don't
know
want to rehash
we're better than what we've been producing. And then
Right.
we had the all-star cast. We
Right.
had Deshaun Watson coming in, which, by the way, I just saw an interview that he just did, and he's saying he's getting that shoulder right, like everything.
Right.
I'm excited for next season. But I feel like the Browns, we always have an issue. Like, why can't we just ever make it and seal the deal?
And let me get this right. I think a lot of fans feel like you.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't verbalize it the way you verbalized it. I think a lot of people.
Did I say something wrong?
Well, I think you're still a fan. You're just upset.
I'm upset.
Because you said, I'm not a fan, but you're a fan. And if they do good, you'll be right there.
It's like that man that keeps cheating on you,
there.
and he love you, but he kind of got a problem, and he just can't stop being inappropriate. Yes, it is. Why you keep doing this to my heart, Cleveland Browns?
You're so funny.
We meant to be together. We meant to go all the way. We meant to make it the distance, but you keep on playing games. And I ain't got time. I'm going over to the Ravens. I'm going over to Lamar and them. Lamar Jackson and them.
Why you sound like that?
And
I'm
Odell
going over to Lamar and them. Going over to the Ravens.
I'm sick of singing, didn't we almost have it all?
Didn't we almost have it all?
That's right. I'm sick of singing almost doesn't count. We're almost like this. We should have been great. We should still be playing right now.
We have a surprise.
What?
I was able to catch up with Denzel Ward.
Oh, yeah.
I had some good questions for him. Because I wanted to know what was going through their head. Especially when Flacco threw those 2 picks, Ron. And as a defense playing that good, like, man, y'all kind of was out of it after the picks. How did y'all feel?
And he answered some questions for you?
He answered a lot of my questions. I had a real extensive interview with Denzel Ward.
Uh-huh. We're going to go to break and then come back to it?
We'll go to break and we'll come right back with Denzel Ward.
We'll be right back. I can't wait to see what he has to say.
Yeah,
the
and it
Warden.
was some really good questions, playing against C.J. Ward, a fellow Buckeye.
Right.
Talking about, how people felt about Ohio State,
Mm-hmm.
rooting for them.
Oh yeah.
instead
Oh, you
of-
asked him that?
I asked him
Dang.
that too.
Oh, I wasn't in the interview, by the way. Josh was at home, Zoom calling
Oh,
it. They was
yeah.
cracking up, laughing. I was like, oh, you're having a good old time without me.
Yeah, exactly. And the fact Ryan CJ didn't throw it at Denzel Ward
Yeah.
at all. And how do you felt about
Did he
that?
discuss that?
Yeah, he talked about
Oh,
it.
okay.
So without further ado, Denzel Ward, ladies and gentlemen. All right, guys, we have the Pro Bowler himself, Denzel Ward, with us. What's up, Denzel? How you doing, man?
What's up, Chris? What's up, man?
We didn't get deep in the playoffs like we all thought we would. Talk about that game. Talk about losing that game, and not just losing it, but to your old teammate C.J. Stroud in the Houston Texans.
Man, it was a tough loss, man. Like, I wish we didn't have to have this interview under these circumstances as well. But just big shout out to CJ Stroud and Houston Texans. They played a great game, man. Was able to obviously come away with the win. Like I said, it was a tough loss. Lot went wrong during the game, and wish it could have had a different outcome. But shout out to those guys. They deserve it. They got the win.
It was some reports, some players were saying that we got out-coached by the Houston Texans. Do you feel like they had a leg up, or they just was simply ready for you guys?
Yeah, I mean it's all about who wins that day, and they coached well and they played well. So I want to say it was just on the coaches, and that it's the coaches' fault why we lost that game. Is all, but we all in this together. The coaches, players, whole organization. So Houston, like I said, they did a great job in coaching that game and playing that game, and they beat us.
You guys were top of the league in like a lot of categories. And CJ Stroud coming into the game, he struggled versus man D.
Mm-hmm.
And most of his stats were against zone teams. So I had you guys kind of dominating against this Browns team, being well coached. I just didn't see it. Did it kind of catch you off guard? Like, as a, you looking like, what is going on? We good. We better than this.
Yeah, CJ played a phenomenal game. He a great rising quarterback. And but I think in that game we had a lot of mishaps. We had things that we didn't have happen going on throughout the entire season. Like guys just weren't running free, running wide open, and so some of those times it may have been man, may not have been man. So, but on those mishaps, CJ was able to execute on them and find the open guys and make those plays. So, like I say, he's a rising quarterback in this league that's gonna have a great career, and he was able to capitalize on it.
CJ Stroud did not throw at you a lot during the game. I don't remember seeing him at all throw it your way. Now, was that on purpose, or did he just say, we're going to exploit the weaknesses as we see them?
Yeah, I think that was probably on purpose. I mean, throughout the season, I think as guys start having a good season, I thought I was doing pretty good throughout the season. I doubt it was in their game plan to just try to target me the entire game and think it'll be a good outcome, but like I said, those guys got coached well over there. CJ did a great job of finding the open guys, and hold on. But did you want him to? Because sometimes, go ahead. That's always my mindset. Going into the game, I want guys to target me 10 times a game. I mean, that's how I'm gonna get my stats set. That's how I'm gonna make the plays and find ways to help the team win. So I always want guys to try to target me during the game and give me opportunities to make plays on the ball.
I could say CJ played a pretty good game, but I didn't see you guys totally out of it, honestly, until the picks. Mm-hmm. As you saw those picks, I mean, how did you feel knowing that, that kind of took you guys out of the game?
Yeah, it definitely hurt, but I mean, in the moment, you're not trying to think like, oh man, this is gonna take us out of the game. We just like, okay, we just got to fight back and try to find a way to put ourselves back in position to try to win this game. So, I mean, it definitely hurt, but I mean, there's a lot of things that you could say in the game, like, oh man, this would have happened and then we would have been in this position. But I mean, like I said, we all in this together and we didn't get the job done. Simple as that.
Why did Coach Schwartz have such success with you guys? In general, you guys pretty much had not the same core, but the same core group of guys. You, Miles, and a few other guys were from that last defense. Talk about Schwartz and how he was able to have some success with you guys, a lot of success.
I think respectfully, Coach Schwartz has been my best D coordinator in the NFL since I've been in the league. That's respectfully. And I just think AB and those guys did a great job of getting the right guys in the room, player wise and coaches wise. And just Coach Schwartz, his attention to detail, him coaching us throughout the entire time, throughout camp and in the meeting rooms. I mean, our meetings could be, I don't know, however long, but he just attention to detail, able to coach us through every position and coach us what we're supposed to do, what he's expecting out of us. And so I think that was huge for our success this year and getting guys in good position to make plays.
Warden, baby.
Yeah, that's the Warden.
Uh-huh.
And we got more coming up, but just talking a little bit about that, right?
Right.
I asked him, did it catch him off guard that they weren't having the success that they thought they would have, knowing how good they were, right? So I asked him about how, y'all had the top ranked defense. I was kind of hurt. I told him, y'all saw in the interview, I was kind of hurt.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us pegged us losing a game like that. And how did it make him feel?
Right.
So, and you see how he responded as far as, he didn't just put it on the coaches. Because I asked him as well, y'all heard it, that some people said we got out-coached. I feel like he got out-coached and outplayed, and he admitted it. He said it wasn't just on the coaches.
Mm-hmm.
We got outplayed as well. And CJ was able to exploit the weaknesses. He said, if you heard him close, he said, look, we did some things wrong that we never did all year. And CJ exploited that, Ryan. And how do you feel like hearing like, man, they weren't perfect. They saw they weren't perfect. CJ Stroud went in there, took advantage of a good defense.
Yeah, it sucks when the thing that got you there pretty much is the reason. I don't want to say the 100% reason, because Joe Flacco put us in some pretty rough spots with those two picks. But it's tough when the thing that got you there is kind of what is absent in that big moment. And they just chose the worst game to have their worst game. At the end of the day, that's what it is. They did have early struggles with the defense traveling. It looked to get a little figured out towards the end of the season, but ultimately it wasn't figured out.
Right.
And, that's just another area for introspection that they're going to have this offseason, and they got to figure it out. I don't know if the answer lies in Jim Schwartz, if it lands in the players, if it's a mindset thing. Traveling, you don't really bring the intensity. I don't know, but that's going to be one of the many things that they're going to be looking at this offseason.
And that's crazy you said that, because I asked him about Jim Schwartz as a coordinator. And you saw at the end there, he said Jim Schwartz, he said respect. With all due respect, because he had other defensive coaches, but Jim Schwartz is the best defensive coordinator that he has been played for.
That's a huge compliment.
I mean, and if I'm a stat guy, Ryan, so, we talked about, how Devin Hester, all-time returner, should have all these accolades. Who's the best returner? I say, I have more kick return touchdowns than him, so I'm a better kick returner. And that's what he'll say because the stats say it. Our defense did better under Schwartz than it ever done.
Right.
So he gave in my opinion, that's why he can say that Schwartz was his best coordinator. Yeah. And do you think, Maria, if another coach that he coached, that coached him, saw that interview,
be looking like, what the?
And be like, dang,
Ward, I thought we was cool, man. What's up, brother?
Yeah.
Man, you came over Thanksgiving, man. What's you talking about? He the best.
Right.
Every coach had, and we've learned this because our son he's really good in sports, and he was under a particular coach for a long time. And Josh, you said it might be time for him to hear another ear.
To hear another voice.
Yeah,
yes.
hear another voice. I said hear another ear. Yeah. Lord have mercy.
No, you good.
To hear another voice. So I could understand. I mean, that's not saying that all the other coaches didn't have things that he didn't learn from them, and
correct.
But he's just saying right now, Schwartz is the real deal.
Right. Schwartz is. I think we can all agree Schwartz is the real deal.
Yeah.
This next part, of questions I asked, guys, people cheering for Ohio State. I asked them to give a message to the fans, because remember, with everybody is hurt. Was attacking Ward, and fans are just hurt. We felt like we should have made it further in the playoffs, and he gave a message to the fans. Talked about him making it to the Pro Bowl. So without further ado, I want y'all to check this.
We're going to commercial first.
Part.
After commercial.
Okay, after commercial.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
We'll come up with a second.
All right, see you in a second. was excited to get back on that interview.
was,
Like, we got to go to commercial, baby.
Yes, because I was able to sit down with him for about 15 minutes.
And he was saying, ask him whatever. I think
And
because
I tried to prepare him, like you said.
he said, ask me whatever.
Right. I was trying to stump him a little bit. I tried to be like, hey, man, what was that? And he was like, and I even said, I tried to get you. But he was open with answering the questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I love about Denzel Ward so much, I mean, I'll be the first to tell you this. I have a bias. I went to Nerdonia High School. He went to Nerdonia High School. So
Hey, that Nerdonia love,
I have to
right?
have it. But I got to imagine it can be especially infuriating for a guy like Denzel Ward when you're the number one lockdown corner. And what often happens when you're that lockdown corner, you don't get the ball thrown to you. So at times it can be frustrating because you're not able to make a play, not because you don't have the ability to, just because you're not put in a situation. And you kind of have to rely on your brothers. And, you know, just everybody has a bad game here and there. So it's
right.
okay. But, you know, Denzel Ward, just everybody knows the charity work he does and all that. Just one of the utmost awesome human beings. And it's awesome that he just happens to be one of our best players.
Yeah, and
That's
speaking
right.
of his charity work, I asked him about MTKYN, Make Them Know Your Name Foundation.
You know we hosting an event for them
And
at the end of
yes,
February. Okay.
yes. And the shirts that you get from Homage, I told him I had his shirt.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't have it on because it was dirty. I wore it a bunch
you
of times
didn't wear
already.
it?
Yeah, so without further ado, let's check out the second part of this interview. Denzel Ward, the Pro Bowler. Did you hear that Old State fans was cheering for C.J. Stroud since he was like, you know, the quarterback for Old State? Because I had to remind people, we got Denzel Ward. We got Ronnie Hickman. We got DeJuan Jones, all Old State guys. Did you hear some of that? You know, that Old State, since they didn't, you know, make it to the playoffs, the college playoffs, that they were going to be rooting for C.J. Stroud. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear that. But I mean, you know, quarterbacks gonna get all the love, man. So that's all good. Quarterbacks gonna get the love. So he deserved it. But no, I didn't hear that though. Real quick about the coaching changes, like Stump being gone. How does that affect the players? You know, Alex Van Pelt, I know you're on the defensive side. It's not really a lot of changes for you guys. But when you heard this, did it take you by surprise at all that these coaches suddenly was released from the team? Yeah, those are great coaches, and just wishing them the best for their future. But yeah, it doesn't affect much for us on the defensive side of the ball, those being offensive coaches. So, I mean, that's probably a question for those offensive guys on that side. But I just know that they're great coaches and great people to be around in the building, and just wishing them much success in the future. You know, a lot of fans travel to Houston to watch you guys play. Send out a message to the fans if you can, like the ones that just was hurting. And because it kind of, for me, it broke the fan base up in factions. It's a lot of finger pointing, and it's a lot of whose fault it was and stuff like that. What's your message to the fans when it comes to that type of thing? Yeah, I remember we had a great regular season. We obviously didn't make it as far as we wanted to in the postseason, but man, it's a lot of hope for the future, man. We got a talented team, guys fighting back from injury. Go get a lot of guys back for the next season. And we're going to be special next year. So just looking forward to getting everybody back. Looking forward to seeing the fans again in the stadium and just winning some more games. Talk about the charity a little bit and having your shirt at the homage.com and at the stores. Yeah, it was definitely a cool collab I did with Homage, and being able to create the shirt for my Heart Health Foundation my mom and family and I have created. So, yeah, it's been cool. Just from the celebration I was doing out there on the field, was able to put the picture and put it into an image on the shirt and just had the fans involved and everything. So it's been cool. Denzel Ward, the Pro Bowler, you're headed to the Pro Bowl yet again. How does it feel, man? You're a Pro Bowler, be able to represent Cleveland on the finest stage as an individual. You're bringing some friends with you, rightfully so, man. JOK being in particular. Can you talk about, lastly, JOK? His involvement on that defense and how he made it easy for y'all in the secondary. Oh man, y'all seen JOK all season, all year, man. Flying around there, bringing energy to the team, making plays, making big hits. He's been a key factor in our wins this season and helping getting us to the playoffs. And just happy for him being able to get, I think that's his first Pro Bowl. So looking forward to hanging out with him and his family out there. But man, he's a special player, fast, electric. So yeah, we're going to need him for the future for sure. You got Martin Emerson on the other side. Hey, he's a great talent. I had a chance to interview him and Greg Newsome as well. But Martin Emerson getting those picks, is it a rival? Is that a healthy competition going on right there?
I love it. But is that a healthy competition where you guys are competing against each other, like who can get the most pick, who can do the best?
Oh, no question. We having those talks all the time in there, like, oh man, I'm gonna get the most PBUs this game or most interceptions, and who gonna be the best out there on the field and make the biggest impact. So it's just all a friendly competition out there. We just trying to do what we can to help the team win and put ourselves in great position.
Man, Denzel, I appreciate you coming on. I'm gonna bug you again later in the off season just for you to let us know and let the fans know how you training, how you working out. So if I bug you again, come back on this show. Let us know how workout's going. All right, man?
No doubt, man. Appreciate you for having me, man.
Always there for me, man. I appreciate you. Denzel Ward, the Pro Bowler, right there.
Man, that's Denzel Ward, man. One thing, if you heard him talk about making the Pro Bowl again, JOK making the Pro Bowl. He said he's gonna have congratulations to them. And not just that, he said he's going to have a good time going down there with his family.
Right.
See JOK's family and to kind of decompress.
You know, one thing this interview made me think of, and Ryan had spoke to it before we had tossed to the interview again, when they're intentionally not throwing the ball his direction because he's a cover guy. He's going to get it. He might intercept that thing. It reminds me of when you played, and when you first started with the Browns, it was like kicking in the ball. They kicking the ball. I'm like, why are they kicking on the ball, man? He running it back.
Right.
They stopped kicking to you.
Right.
And I was like, oh, wait a minute, hold on. Don't kick past it, you know?
Because then we didn't have success. We eliminated.
Like, wait, don't do that.
We eliminated, if I'm a defensive guy or special teams coordinator, I'm kicking it to a Josh Cribbs or Devin Hester.
Yeah.
I want to eliminate the threat.
Yeah.
I'm going to kick it over here. I don't want them to mess our team up. So if I'm an offensive coordinator, hey, we're not going to throw it to Denzel. They have weaker spots in their coverage.
Right.
Let's stay away from Denzel. Let's not have him have a hell of a day.
But does that mess up someone's job and earning potential? Like,
you see how Denzel said, man, I'm trying to get the stats.
That's what I'm saying.
I want 10 at least attempts.
Right.
So he can get the stats. But his name is already known. Like mine was, Ryan. Like when I had the breakout years and then they stopped kicking, I still went to a Pro Bowl because the level of difficulty.
Yeah.
Like they know how hard it is to prepare for Denzel or Myles Garrett or somebody like that.
We got to look out for them.
Yeah, if I got 3 people on them and we don't have success, coaches, players, people look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would argue that outside of Myles Garrett on the defensive side of the ball, Denzel Ward probably has to be the most game plan for player on the defense for opposing teams. Because, I mean, we know Myles, straight game record. You have to totally adjust to him, the line of scrimmage. But Denzel Ward, essentially, he takes away a whole side of the field.
Absolutely.
So I don't think his importance can be overstated.
And that's
love it. I love that. Perfect. Yeah.
That's why he gave credit to CJ and the Texans. He didn't say we couldn't take nothing away from them. They was prepared.
Yeah.
Any given day.
Yeah.
And they didn't make enough plays. So that's why I was happy to catch up with Denzel.
But when you can have a question really quick, when you say, Ryan, I don't know who wants to jump in on this. When you claim we were out-coached, is that and not Denzel, I'm just saying, I keep hearing this term a lot. We were out-coached. Is that a slap in the face to y'all's coaches?
No.
If I'm on a team, we get out-coached. I'm like, your game plan, is it your game plan was wrong? I mean, what does that mean?
What if I say this? Maria, you was out. I'm going to put it in.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Just kidding.
Tread lightly, right?
I'm going to try to tread lightly. Let me take a sip.
No, say it. I want to hear what's going through his mind.
You went to you did MAC Cosmetics.
Yeah.
Right? She does makeup better than you this day. Maria, your makeup is usually better than hers, but today, on prom day, the girl she did, her makeup looks better than the makeup you did.
Okay. So it's like a game by game.
You got more experience. You got more clients.
Okay.
People love your makeup. They come for you.
But I had an off day.
But on this day, getting ready for prom, the girl that she did looks better than the girl that you did. That's not to say that it's going to always. Was that good enough, Ryan? I think.
I mean, I do more than I do produce television. I produce television shows. He produced me on the makeup.
I picked up what you were putting down, I think, Josh.
Okay,
I picked it up.
Okay, because I was going to use a different analogy. I was going to use. I'm like, look here. If a girl walked in the door,
so if you getting coached,
she was a little more,
If we say we got a 16, it's a 16 game season. Correct me if I'm wrong.
18.
It's 18 game season because we got rid of the 2 preseason games. 18 game season. if I keep hearing after, press conference after press conference for about 9 of these games, we got outcoached.
17, I'm sorry.
Is it 17? What is it? It's 18?
It's 18 weeks, 17
17
games.
weeks,
Okay.
17 games.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if half the time, the majority of the time, I keep hearing we're getting outcoached. We're getting outcoached.
Right. You don't hear it the majority of the time.
Okay.
You got to understand Coach Kevin Stefanski. You heard this in the press conference,
Mhm.
Ryan, when we heard from Andrew Berry.
Yeah.
We're happy with Coach Stefanski.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Coach of the year.
Mm-hmm.
He even said about Miles, player of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't a lot of games where Coach Stefanski was being outcoached.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we were 11-6.
Yeah.
And most of the time, we were 11-6 with a team that we threw together. We threw the team together, literally. And that's all coaching. So the reason why we were 11-6 is not because of Flacco.
Okay.
He just got here. It was because you had to have coaching. You had to have, we took guys from the XFL, the bench, and we made them into something with coaching.
Mhm.
So, yeah, a few games here and there, we got out coached, but that happens.
and
Because
when
you can get
one-
out coached in a quarter and make adjustments.
And I'm about to say, when one gets out, and you can't make those adjustments, you're right. When one gets out coached, I know we watched the Cat Williams and Shay Shay interview when he was saying they be stealing jokes.
Right.
Is it okay to just borrow a couple plays like that?
Oh,
work?
my gosh.
Oh, okay.
It's a
'Cause I
copycat
don't want to,
league.
Oh, okay.
No, you do.
So we can take a play that was like that was a
Oh
good
my
play,
God,
man.
you
Okay,
supposed to
all
take-
right.
you're- if
Because
you're
I
not-
saw a few plays that I feel like we could use. Not that because I'm not a Browns fan anymore, but if I
Oh, my
I
goodness.
just
Here
saw
we
some plays
go
that might
again
help
with
you,
that.
Ryan. It might help y'all next season.
It might help y'all.
Y'all,
She'll
you feel what I'm
join
saying,
back,
though, Ryan?
and
Like
we
some of
gonna
those
be
plays,
4-0.
I was like, oh, we
We're gonna
need
be
that.
4-0 and she gonna come in a full Browns outfit.
Yeah,
Let's
no.
go, dog.
She gonna be dressed up like the
The
dog pound.
the bowl lady. Yeah.
Yeah, you 100% people are watching, like, that's why they all have the coaching trees that do so well in the NFL, the Andy Reid coaching trees, the Sean McVay coaching trees, I'm trying to think of the Kyle Shanahan coaching trees.
Right.
That's why a lot of those coaches tend to get hired, because they have experience under a system like that. They have certain tendencies that they learn from these head coaches that have been in the league as a head coach for 5-10 plus years. So
Right.
it's very common.
Yeah, and I see plays all the time that I'm like, the Texans use one of our plays against Baltimore. They used a double screen, throwing
Okay.
it in the middle. We did that to Njoku. I was like, hey, that
It looks familiar.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Like
They
that.
looked at our plays.
Right.
It's a copycat league.
Okay.
It's a term, and that's a term that's used.
I didn't know that.
This
Okay.
is a copycat league. Whoever wins the Super Bowl, they try to emulate that team, whether it be the quarterback. That's why the quarterback value changes.
Okay.
Sometimes if they won with a running quarterback now in the draft, they looking for a running quarterback who can throw the ball.
Okay.
It used to be everybody looking for the pocket passer
Cute.
like Peyton Manning,
Yeah.
your the GOAT, Tom Brady.
Now we want somebody that can throw and
Now
run,
you
scramble in
need
the
triple
pocket.
threat,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's a copycat league for sure. And Maria, we got some interesting stuff that we're doing with Apex.
Mhm.
We've been friends of theirs for a few years now, and been using their products. So we're gonna take a quick commercial.
I'm gonna show
break.
you what your daughter sent me, by the way.
Yeah,
All
Maria
right.
got some stuff.
We'll
to
be
show
right
us.
back. Okay, so babe, as we were driving over here to the studio, I got this ping on my phone. Your daughter texted us, right?
Okay.
And I just want to show you what she put. Okay, so
All right.
right here, she wants to know, and she's in regards to some skincare products. She texts asking, "Hey, have you been doing anything with Apex? Because I'm not. I don't know where to text. You got the text, Ryan?
Yeah,
It'll
you
come
put it out
up.
there. Go
Okay,
ahead.
she was like, "Hey, have you been doing anything lately with Apex? Because I'm kind of out of a couple products." I'm like, "What is going on?"
Hold
So
on. So she's trying to pawn us onto Apex. We love them. She's trying to pawn us on like, are you doing anything? Because I need some products.
because every time we work with them, they always give us goodie bags, right? And so I was coming home and we were using the goodie bags, or
Okay.
goodies. Actually, they were sending me goodies, and then you started walking around with stuff on your face. But I'm not
Well,
gonna put his business out there like that.
You kept
So-
saying, I used it a few times, Ryan. I used some of the
Don't
products.
try to drag Ryan, right? I'm like,
No,
wait a
I'm
minute, what I
just
got to
saying.
do with this?
I'm just saying, I used the product a few times just because Maria did. I'm like, you know what? Let me try
She
something.
glowing and stuff, right?
Absolutely.
Let me try. And then her aunt came into town one time and was like, oh, Josh's face is glowing. I was like,
It was
shut
over.
up.
From that moment then, it was over, right?
I'm like, for real. And they
Guys
was like,
don't get
yeah,
enough
he
compliments.
always
Yes,
has
see?
good skin. They started talking about my skin. I'm like, I never, as a guy,
Yeah.
I never really got that. I
Hold on,
didn't care.
Ryan, come on, come back up, Ryan. Come back on the screen. Ryan, have you ever had a facial, or do you? What's your skincare routine?
The skincare routine.
I've never had a facial. I can't say I have.
I'm about to say I just washed
But
my face.
he does have really
No.
nice skin though. His skin looks nice.
Thank
It
you,
looks
I appreciate
hydrated.
it. No, just I do it in the shower, clean my face, but that's about it.
And lotion, that's
nothing,
it?
Yeah, nothing extracurricular.
But he
outside
got
of
that young, youthful skin. When you hit about
If-
35 and stuff
right.
start getting flaky for
If
no reason,
somebody, if you used a cream, Ryan, or something on your face, right?
Josh, give me
and
advice
then
now.
your girl or somebody randomly be like, oh, he has good skin, and start touching on your face after you use the product. I think that's gonna make you use the product. I mean, in my line, would you use it again?
Oh, absolutely. No,
You-
listen. I'll be the first to tell you right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Uh-huh.
I'm man enough. My eyebrows really bushy. Okay, I get them done. I have to. Because
Ain't
if I
nothing wrong with
don't,
that.
they are disgusting,
Like
and
the
I don't
dry-
want
You get
that.
a wax,
And
straight
And I
and
get
wax.
compliments all the
They
time.
are
I
nice
get
and
'em-
full, so you have a full brow.
Yeah, I get
You
them
get a
waxed.
wax?
I get 'em
You
waxed.
get compliments after you get
all
them
the
done.
time,
Like,
all the
oh,
time,
you look-
all the time.
So that makes
all the
you
time.
do them.
Makes
you
me
know-
keep going back
And
every
Ryan,
month.
I love this, Ryan, because let me give you a little bit of tea. This man, for sometimes I look into, I'm
Oh my
gazing into his
God.
eyes,
Here
right?
we
Because Josh,
go. I wish it was something
you always
else
know a
besides
joke
your
is coming with me.
eyebrows.
I'm gazing into his eyes. He got those deep set, Frankensteinian type of eye socket,
Why
right?
you like all of this?
Oh,
though?
I do.
What?
It look good. It look
Okay,
good, babe.
Continue.
As I'm looking, I'm like, his eyebrows, he had like a hair almost touching his hairline. And I was like, Josh, do you trim your eyebrows?
That's cap. As the
Josh,
kids, as the kids say.
Now he
That's cap.
don't want to talk no more now.
That's cap.
So Ryan, can I just say I appreciate you getting into the male grooming because it's a thing that guys, you need to take care of yourself. We love you. Y'all work hard. Y'all do a lot. You got to take
Look
care of the
here.
grooming aspect of things.
I can,
And that'll
care
get you more
less.
loving too. You know that.
Yeah, and that's the
Nails
only
be clean.
thing. I do it. There's a reason. I'm not saying, oh, I want fresh, glowy skin. I
Yeah,
don't
I think that's
care.
what you said.
But
We
if
heard
you
you
give
say
me
that.
compliments on when I do something, I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep doing it.
Okay.
If you like the type of shirts I'm wearing, I'm gonna buy more shirts like that.
Okay.
And that's how my Apex journey started because
let me
your
ask y'all
aunt
this.
said my skin glowed.
Okay, and so
So
now
I
he's
want the
walking around with
product,
facial
yeah.
mask on. So let me just ask y'all this. So when it does come to me going to Apex, I love Apex because I don't know when the last time, or if you have ever had to try to book a dermatology appointment, they have same day appointments. Usually when you call a dermatologist's office, you can't get in for 3 to
See, I
6
would
months.
not
By that
know that.
time, I done figured out how to get this wart off my finger for a
Right.
home remedy, right? So it's unheard of. They have so many locations. But let me just ask you fellas this. If you're dating someone and you're married to me, if I'm going to Apex or I'm going to dermatologist and I'm getting like some Botox or I'm getting some skin resurfacing done, do you feel like your partner should let you know when you're getting certain treatments done at the dermatologist? Yes or no?
I wouldn't care, Ryan. I can't
Yeah,
even speak to that.
I mean, I guess if it was a financial,
Yes.
burden or something. But other than that, I mean, if you wanted to surprise your partner or something like that, I think that could be that'd be cool. That's
But
okay, and see if they notice. But I mean, I probably wouldn't. I don't know if I'd think twice about it.
You
But
would think,
Botox though, if you did that, I would make. See, I'm the type of person I make fun of you. If you got Botox and I didn't think it looked good, I'm like,
it's a lot of
you
people that
got-
get Botox. I
you
mean,
got
if it
stung
looks
by
jacked
a-
up.
You got stung by a bee.
You have an
Like
allergic
what?
reaction, baby. You got the peanut.
Like,
You got
oh,
the
I got-
EpiPen.
I got Botox. I'm like, why you do that? Your face looks beautiful as it is, or whatever. Well, you know.
But see, now hold on. This is a caveat to this. As a woman, I'm sitting here thinking, okay, say you went to okay, Ryan, you and Josh, say y'all went to the doctor, right? Y'all go request like some Viagra, okay? All right? And your
Here
partner
we
like,
go.
wait a minute, he been standing at attention for a couple of hours at
Here
this
we
point,
go.
right? I would feel like if you lying to me, why y'all laughing? Come on, y'all,
I
let's be
might turn my
hey,
mic
come
on.
on, y'all, be
Because I'm
serious.
23.
Yeah. He's
I'm
like
23, everything good,
he
everything.
like, I don't have no problem, and neither do I. God dang it.
So would you tell me and Ryan? Would you tell someone you're dating when you get to a particular age, like
I think our pride wouldn't let us to answer this question. I think
he's going to stop the question for you,
no,
Ryan?
I'm just saying, like, until we experience that,
Uh-huh.
we can just guess. I'm gonna say no, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, as a woman, I would be thinking like, well, if you lied about this, what else you lying about?
I
No?
would, you wouldn't know. I'm like, nah, it's vitamins, vitamin C, babe.
Vitamins ain't doing that.
Vitamin
What's-
C. It just so happened I take
Hold on,
it
Ryan,
before.
real quick. Can you put the
before we
photos
were
up of
together.
what my daughter sent? Josh, your daughter wants you to go to Apex and get her that right there. I think that's the hydrating serum. She
Okay.
wants the cleanser because they have really nice products, Josh. With the cleanser, she wants the hydrating boost. She wants some type of serum. Only thing she didn't have on there was sunscreen. And I'm going to tell her, I'm going to call her and say, I don't know what they done told you. Just because you black don't mean you don't need no sunscreen. So she need to add
So
that
what
to her
is with
regimen.
the sunscreen? Because I know Apex has a sunscreen challenge.
Yeah, because they're like Dr. Garcia has done so many skin cancer
But
surgeries.
you said just because you black, don't mean you don't need sunscreen.
Yeah, because we have,
I don't put
the
sunscreen
melanin.
on.
I know. I don't
but
either.
I'm supposed to.
And I get sunburned. Regardless of what people might think, darker skin does get sunburned. Every time we go on vacation, I come back all burnt up. But when you're doing those beauty treatments, like you do the chemical peels, or
Right.
you're doing like laser skin
So I don't know
resurfacing,
nothing about
or you're
that.
using retinol at home, it makes your skin more susceptible to like
Okay.
sun damage. So
Okay.
you need to put your sunscreen on. That's all I'm saying. So if you're if you're searching for a dermatologist office, we give Apex Dermatology the stamp of approval. We love them so much. And like I said, they
I
got
love that,
same
Maria.
day appointments,
And
which
again,
are crazy.
And again, I appreciate the Apex information. I'm with them,
Okay.
Ryan, because I got that compliment
The glow.
of my skin glowing.
I'll say, if one more person tell Josh he glowing, I'm not gonna have it. I'm gonna run out of beauty products. Look,
and that's why I shop there. I mean,
so
the
this is
proof
the
is in
thing.
the pudding.
We're gonna go to commercial. Don't go anywhere. When we return, Josh is gonna be glowing. We'll be right back.
okay, guys.
Welcome to
I
Josh
love
Glows.
I
We all
love
know that
the-
Josh glows.
Say it again.
I said, welcome back to Josh Glows.
Don't hate. I feel like there's a little hate right there. But however, I'm glowing anyway.
Okay.
Yes.
You look good, babe.
So Ryan, Maria,
Mhm.
let's do our Super Bowl picks, man. Like, okay, who will make it there first? We got the Ravens,
Mm-hmm.
who is playing Kansas City.
Right.
Who do we think will take the game? Ravens or Kansas City?
Ravens. Oh, go ahead, Ryan.
Oh, Ravens?
No, please. I'd love to hear. I'd love to hear your
No,
argument.
no, I just- well, I'm gonna tell y'all a
Ravens.
little. I'm gonna give y'all a little tea that y'all might not know with the billboard and all that. Y'all probably are so oblivious to this, but I got some inside scoop on who gonna win.
Ryan, we're so
So-
oblivious to it. But go ahead, continue.
I think Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, but then who's that?
Pat Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
No, they just too good.
So you said the Ravens,
Only reason
and
I'm
because of that conspiracy theory that's floating around about
no.
the
Why you
color,
gotta say I was gonna say it
well,
yet?
you're taking too long. So the color of the Super Bowl, right, Maria? Is that what you're referring to?
Well,
Continue.
according to my Instagram reels, this Einstein type fella got up there in front of a billboard.
And why is he Einstein? Because it's on Instagram.
Because he screenshotted all the last previous Super Bowl because they come out with them before the season, like the Super
Super Bowl
Bowl
colors.
ads, the colors. And he said every team colors that he ended up premiering the Super Bowl for that year ended up making it to the Super Bowl. And it looks like it's going to be, I think, the Ravens. No, who was it going to be?
Ravens.
Ravens, and I forget what color
San
is
Francisco.
it? And San Francisco?
Purple and
Oh,
red.
so I guess we got to see if the conspiracy is true.
But if we
Ravens-
see with our own eyes that the Ravens just blew them out with no refs interference, and the San Francisco blows the Lions out with no ref interference. I mean, unless the players in it, and I played in some of them AFC Championship games, I wasn't in on it. I was trying to ball out. So
If
Ravens.
if
We
the
got your
Ravens
pick.
end up going against the 49ers, are we gonna come back and have a conversation about this conspiracy?
We gonna have a
after Super Bowl. Okay, I mean
But
after
it's
the big game. You can't even say that on the TV. You can't say it on TV. You gotta say the big game. The big game.
Listen, if there are some conspiracy theorists that if the refs do something to that game, Ryan, and I'm like, hold on, man, I wasn't holding. Like they're calling a series of penalties that give one or another team an advantage
Okay.
over the other. I'm going to call BS. Like when you playing that card game.
Okay.
BS. Ryan, what say you? Chiefs versus Ravens.
Yeah, this is a really, really tough one.
It
I do
is.
think these are the two best teams in the AFC that made it, so I'm not happy about it, but I think I'm okay with it. I know last week against the Bills was Patrick Mahomes' first road playoff game, but it kind of seems like this is his true, real road playoff game in the AFC Championship headed to Baltimore. I mean, just like us in the dog pound, Baltimore has a really good home field advantage. Those people show up, especially for the AFC Championship,
Right.
nonetheless. I mean, top to bottom, I think Baltimore is second behind San Francisco in terms of totality of just how good their teams are. I mean, they lead the league in sacks. If they can get some pressure to Patrick Mahomes, his receivers haven't been great this year. I think it'll be a long day for Pat, and he is the greatest quarterback I've really ever paid attention to, maybe outside of Tom Brady. But I'm still going to go with the Ravens in this one.
Ravens.
Hold on, you said it's going to be
Ravens.
at the Ravens.
Yeah.
Is it in Baltimore?
Yeah,
I didn't
they're
know
the
it was a
top
home
seed.
game. You know,
They're
I
the
always
top
go with
seed.
home field advantage.
Well,
so.
home teams have been winning
Yeah.
so far, except for the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs were at Buffalo, and I think they were one of the only teams that lose.
Yeah.
So can I ask you a
Buffalo.
question? I'm just thinking about this. Say they started doing something to where they take away that home team advantage and start having it at a neutral location. Like say it was the Chiefs playing the Ravens here
That's
at the Brown
interesting.
Stadium. Would you guys? Would you? No. Would you
The
guys
Browns
go?
Stadium.
I feel like football is a
I
playoff
think
game
we
is a
would.
playoff game.
I think we will. But
I want to
I think they will give them to
to the fans.
Yeah,
Make
that's
it more
interesting.
convenient.
That's interesting.
Ryan,
They
would
give
you
them to
go
their
if the
fans.
Ravens were playing the Chiefs
In a
right up the
neutral
street?
location,
It's
right
literally
up
like
the
walking distance from us right now.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. If I had the opportunity to go and it wasn't crazy expensive, I'd for sure go. But kind of like Josh said, I do think it kind of needs to go to the fans. So, like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be stealing that, like, because I know in that moment
Because what they did
I would
to
be
us.
pissed off if I
Right.
couldn't go
Well,
watch my dog.
If I had to go somewhere, yes.
I'm just saying, I'm a
Um,
Ravens fan now. It would have been more convenient for me just to go
Let
up the
me
street
give
right
my
there,
pick.
but You ain't listening.
No, I'm not. I gotta use sometimes.
In one ear, out the other.
Yes.
Okay. What's your pick?
I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
Ravens. Okay.
Kansas City, they're there every year. But like Ryan said, I think the Ravens are a complete team. They're new receiver additions, giving Lamar more targets.
Mhm.
I think Lamar is a more complete quarterback as far as passing and running with the balance.
Yeah.
Their running attack is there. They've been in years past. They've been having a lot of running back issues, which made them one-dimensional. Either it had to be off the strength of Lamar's arm or his legs. Now
Yeah.
they have a running attack.
Running game. Mhm.
And their defense is top ranked. And I think that's where they'll win it, with their top ranked defense against the Chiefs, who haven't played the best football in 2023. However, don't count the Chiefs out. I'm
Right.
just going with them, Lamar and the Ravens, just because they have a better. And this is just if I was a betting man. I'm not rooting for that. I'm not putting on having a Ravens
Oh,
flag.
God, no, yeah.
By no means. This is if I'm
I-
a betting man.
I'll do it if you
I'll
need
go
me
with
to.
the Ravens.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw McGruff at you.
don't.
I'm gonna have to. Toss
Okay, so you going
McGruff
with the
over there.
Ravens? Okay.
Yeah, so we'll go with Ravens.
Y'all see them slowly trying to creep over here to be a Ravens fan with me. I
No,
hear y'all. I hear
see,
that.
I told you that would happen. Let's take a quick break.
Okay.
And then we're gonna do the NFC and have our picks
Predictions.
from there.
All right, we'll be
Yes.
right back. Okay, welcome back. Now, Josh,
NFC.
NFC. We got the
Lions
Lions and
versus
the
San Francisco.
49ers.
Who you got, babe? Let's go.
Where's the game going to be at, Ryan? Do we
the
know?
Lions?
Yeah, it's
Going to be Detroit?
Lions.
no,
that's-
sorry, it's in San Francisco.
It's in San
I
Fran?
thought the Lions was the top.
No, San Fran is number 1.
San Fran. Go ahead.
Oh, they are tough. I don't know, because I've been telling y'all all season, they claim that San Fran is that team, right?
So your conspiracy theory. So you going with San Fran?
No, not because of the ad. Not because of the ad. I'm just saying they've been a solid team all season. The Lions, though, they stepping their game up. I'm not used to seeing them make this premiere. You
Ryan,
know what I
who
mean?
you got,
Oh,
Ryan?
damn, you going to ignore? I think I'm going to go with the. I want the Lions to win, but I think the 49ers might steal it. Sorry.
I double that.
Oh, see?
So that's you saying the same thing?
I want Lions to win, but I think the 49ers are hands down.
I triple.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
well, there we go.
triple
Okay.
I think I want the Lions to win just because they haven't been there.
Yeah.
I want a Lions-Browns Super Bowl. I think that America wants
Yeah, the
that.
world wants
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, I think I want the Lions to win. I just want them to find a way.
Mm-hmm.
But San Francisco is stacked.
Yeah.
According to our calculations, we're the conspiracy theory.
Yeah, very true.
We all picked the Ravens and San Francisco 49ers.
Right.
And if that happens according to what we picked,
If that
Ryan,
happens,
I guess Maria's conspiracy.
we're going to have to come back and have a conversation about the conspiracy theory. That's just what it is. Real
Yeah.
quick, Brian, have you ever used DoorDash?
Oh yeah, all the time.
You do? Okay, I've yet to purchase DoorDash. And Josh, you've been kind of flipping out at the house lately. I want to ask our viewers that do DoorDash, when you order your DoorDash and they come to the door, do you want them to wait for you to come to the door and get your food? Or are you okay with them leaving it on the porch?
Wait for me. Don't leave it on the porch. I'm changing your tip. If you don't wait for me,
You can change the tip?
I want to look you in your eyes and know you didn't mess with my food. I don't leave it there for the animals.
You never looked in somebody's
And
eyes and lied to them?
Yeah, it's harder to do. By looking at them in the eye, you look away. Look, if they do this and look down, like, this bag ain't tied up tight. And
Okay.
if you don't leave my food, if you don't wait there, I'm gonna change your tip.
Okay,
I don't
Ryan,
like that.
you want the door or what?
I guess it depends. Most of the time, I just I don't want them to leave it out there because it gets cold too. Well, sometimes
Yeah.
they don't tell me when they're there, which is
The
annoying.
ground
You
slimy.
sitting out there,
They don't
yeah,
tell
yeah,
you.
yeah.
They don't tell you.
Like if I'm hungover, like terribly down bad, I'm like,
It's gonna be out there all night.
like just leave it,
Just leave
and
it
I'll
out.
just fall asleep and forget it.
The raccoons will be like, yes,
Yes, exactly.
yeah.
Don't leave it on the slimy cold ground.
Okay, look, I know we are almost out of time on the show. I have a guest that's coming on next week. She'll be live in studio. Her name is Critzy Fritz, and her video that she is going viral right now.
Oh yeah.
Show a clip of it, Ryan, if you can, real
oh
fast.
my goodness.
When I
If you're
saw
going
this
to wear
video,
shoes,
listen
you
to
She's
this.
walking around with her
I think there are
bare
so many
feet.
benefits of going barefoot
need to
outside,
talk
and
to
we
them.
want to take
I
advantage
want
of
to
each and
talk
every
to
one
them.
of these. Of course, there's
Okay.
going to be people that think it's
So
kind of
this
crazy
video,
and look
she's
at us
walking around
weird,
barefoot,
but
Josh.
the benefits
When
are
I was
totally
looking,
worth
and I'm
it.
like, wait a minute, that
One
looks
thing
like
it
those
definitely
stairs in
does
Urban
is look like
Outfitters in Croc.
Cleveland.
It
We
looks
feel
like Cleveland.
connected
Sure
to
enough, she's
nature.
in
Going
Cleveland.
barefoot can
I
actually
sent her
help you gain
email.
a greater
She's gonna come
appreciation
on
for
the show so
natural
we
world.
can
And
discuss
we
this.
definitely
'Cause this-
noticed
Yeah.
that even in the short
I
time
mean,
we've done
I'm
it.
like, are
This
you-
year I
you
really
feet
wanted to
cold?
start
You
getting
got
into yoga.
hypothermia?
This is actually a
Do you
form
have
of
to
yoga.
drink
Come on back,
soup?
Ryan.
Or is it?
Yeah. So we
Yeah.
will have her live in studio next week. We already sealed the deal on that. But Josh, I know
I
you got
love it.
something to say on it though. Oh
yeah,
my goodness.
I'm gonna have a good conversation.
Yeah, all
I'm
right.
gonna be like, hey man, you can't take your feet off.
I have so many questions.
Ryan,
You said,
take your feet off before you come in the house.
Ryan, do we have to go? Is it time to wrap?
It is.
We gotta go.
Oh,
Love y'all. See y'all
man.
next week. Bye.